That's basically what the agreement is going to look like. Once you have some investors, especially, Carrie, you correct me if I'm wrong, we see it more often with people from Europe and US who can even give you cash but ask you to focus on a certain sector because they feel that there's a problem there. So even some of the investors, you talk to them, you end up having the money and also having new business ideas because they are like, okay, we are a big company, we are a big non-profit, we can't do this, but we have the means. You are in this space, right? Take the money, but do it, right? So there are different types of investors that you have to be kind of like taking into consideration, and balancing them with what do I need as a business. Is this the type of investor I want to be talking to? Do I want cash or can I do with services for it? Right? Am I looking for grants? Am I looking for long-term investment? What exactly it is that I'm looking for? Right? And another thing is that a local investor would come to you and may request, after investing of course, may request to have a rep on your board. That's if you have a board. If you do not have, some of them may request that you actually constitute a board, right? And by the way, please, all of you, kindly constitute a board. There are some of the opportunities that will come. If they check, they don't see board, it goes. I've seen countless of times. It's not as if your idea is not great, it's awesome, but they feel no one is checking on you. And that alone is a pull-off for some investors. And even some partners, let's not just say investors. Some people could actually open some doors to you simply by putting you on some specific project, and the money will follow. Right? So kindly set up small boards, 3 people for a start is fine, right?
With female representation.
Exactly. The gender card, I mean, we have politicized it, so we do forget sometimes that some of the international organizations, those are the little things that they look out for, and you feel there, and no one calls you back and gives you feedback, and you don't understand why. You literally have a team. There's no lady, right? And then they go down, and maybe you have some people, employees, and no lady is in leadership position. What are you trying to tell them? And you want to work with UNDP, get on UNESCO project? No. They will smile at you, but they are part of the criteria. They are looking out for those things. It is key. And always go with long term. Because, okay, so basically we want to get the product to market in 6 months time, and our growth projection is like 10,000 in the next 6 months. Okay. And in all the conversation, we don't hear anything like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. No. I'm not asking you to focus your entire presentation or whatsoever on those long term, but somewhere in between. Just communicate that you are here to stay. We are here to grow. And we are not in a rush because we know what we are bringing to the table is awesome. If you, first of all, I mean, this doesn't have to do with investors, but it's more like a pitching. If you don't believe in your own product, why should I buy? So sometimes you have startups pitching and you don't see any confidence. I think recently I was invited at the Pokwase campus, and I told some of the startups I met there are here, and I told them that, listen, when the way you enter a room, I don't know if Prosper remembers this, the way you enter a room determines who approaches you. The way you enter a room determines who approaches you. Right? So if you are standing in front of someone like, let's say, who is a very big investor in Ghana right now? Magdan. Right? that guy, I don't know, some of you probably have met him before. So you are standing in front of him and you don't know, like, you the thing will be you, like, you don't even feel your own product or your own, you don't, like, Charlie, you are not even proud. You know the flex up. My guy. Ooh. So basically for us at Ghana Tech Lab, for the past 5 years, we've used our time to research and understand what the ecosystem is about, not just in Ghana, but in Africa. And one thing we've realized is that there's a gap in investment and there's a gap in skills. And we have come up with A, B, C, and D to deal with those gaps. We are not just the right people to handle this, but because we believe in this ecosystem, we know the growth projection of the Ghanaian startup ecosystem is supposed to be this over the next 5-10 years. We have done A, B, C, and D, and then these structures have already been put in place. We have not started with any investment yet. This is basically in-house support. But we have done A, B, and C, and we have seen results 1, 2, 3. You may be asking yourself why you should invest in Ghana Tech Lab. Imagine this. In 5 years, they will be ranking the leading startup ecosystems in Africa. Your decision today can put Ghana number 1. Thank you. So basically what I just did, I don't work for Ghana Tech Lab, but I just beat Ghana Tech Lab.
It's powerful.
Right? I just beat Ghana Tech Lab to you. So it's all about you believing in the thing you are selling. I know most of us have taken public transport before. We have seen this drug, this local drugs sellers. You see the vibe.
So waste medicine.
Maybe they have never used it too. I mean, if a lady is selling those man capsules or whatever, I mean, she's a lady, she hasn't used the product before. But the confidence. So this thing, if you don't buy your wife not going to enjoy. They would make you feel that no, this thing it's a go for me. So I beg you, whomever it is you meet, make sure you are confident. So, my very last point on this, research your investors, understand your needs, and match your needs to the profile of the investor. And the third thing, believe in what you sell.